anybody will get on to join me. Today's going to be a casual day, and it's going to be a discussion about the Bible. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to go ahead and talk today. The topic is going to be what's the story about the beast in the Bible? The beasts that we see throughout the Bible, they're similar and some of them are different. I've been studying for Lent these beasts, and they end up showing up in 3 books of the Bible. They're similar and some of them are different. I've been studying for Lent these beasts, and they end up showing up in 3 books of the Bible. So what I want to do is I just want to present like some questions. I want you to think about it. Do they all mean the same thing? Is it something a little bit different? I'm going to share with you what when I did my research, what they represent. Now, of course, it could be that, or it could be something that's completely different. So today we're going to be reading from Ezekiel, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with Ezekiel 1, verse 4. As I looked, I saw a great storm coming from the north, driving before it a huge cloud that flashed with lightning and shone with brilliant light. There was fire inside the cloud, and in the middle of the fire glowed something like gleaming amber. From the center of the cloud came 4 living beings that looked human, except that each had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and their feet had hooves like those of a calf, and shone like burnished bronze. Under each of their 4 wings, I could see human hands. So each of the 4 beings had 4 faces and 4 wings. The wings of each living being touched the wings of the beings beside it. Each one moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. Each had a human face in the front, the face of a lion on the right side, the face of an ox on the left side, and the face of an eagle at the back. Each had 2 pairs of outstretched wings. One pair stretched out to touch the wings of the living beings on either side of it, and the other pair covered its body. They went in whatever direction the Spirit chose, and they moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. So this is just one of the stories that we see that there are similar beasts that are taking place. In the book of Ezekiel, these beings are like they call seraphims or cherubims. So what I want to do is I want to take now another look, but this time we're going to go see Daniel's vision of the 4 beasts. And some of these beasts are similar to the ones that are in Ezekiel. So I'm going to start in Daniel's vision of 4 beasts. It's the chapters 4, and the verse starts at 4:2. That's interesting. The first beast was like a lion with eagle's wings. As I watched, its wings were pulled off, and it was left standing with its 2 hind feet on the ground like a human being, and it was given a human mind. Then I saw a second beast, and it looked like a bear. It was rearing up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And I heard a voice saying to it, "Get up, devour the flesh of many people." Then the third of these strange beasts appeared, and it looked like a leopard. It had 4 birds' wings on its back, and it had 4 heads. Great authority was given to this beast. Then in my vision that night, I saw a 4th beast, terrifying, dreadful, and very strong. It devoured and crushed its victims with huge iron teeth, and trampled their remains beneath its feet. It was different from any other beast, and it had 10 horns. As I was looking at the horns, suddenly another small horn appeared among them. 3 of the first horns were torn out by the roots to make room for it. This little horn had eyes like human eyes and a mouth that was boasting arrogantly. So I want to go ahead and just stop there. Oh no, there's actually more about the beast. So it says, as I watched as thrones were put in place and the Ancient One sat down to judge, his clothing was as white as snow, his hair like purest wool. He sat on a fiery throne with wheels blazing fire, and a river of fire was pouring out, flowing from his presence. Millions of angels ministered to him. Many millions stood to attend him. Then the court began its session, and the books were opened. So this sounds like this is some type of judgment day. I continued to watch because I could hear the little horn's boastful speech. I kept watching until the fourth beast was killed and its body was destroyed by fire. The other 3 beasts had their authority taken from them, but they were allowed to live a while longer. So I'm looking at this. The beasts seem similar to the ones that we see in Ezekiel. And as I did further research, I found out that in the book of Daniel, these beasts are supposed to represent the different empires. But again, we see some of the similar beasts in Ezekiel that we also see now in Daniel. So I wonder if there's like some kind of significance when it comes to these beasts. Because we see eagles. There's another one that dealt with eagles. Now we see there's a lion. There's a couple that I found that they were talking about a bear. So what I want to do is I want to now go into the book of Revelation. And this is where they also mention the beast. And I'm thinking, is it the similar? Are they similar? Are they symbolizing something? And why is it those particular animals? So I'm going to go to Revelation 4, worship in heaven. Then as I looked, I saw a door standing open in heaven. And the same voice I had heard before spoke to me like a trumpet blast. The voice said, "Come up here, and I will show you what must happen after this." And instantly I was in the Spirit, and I saw a throne in heaven and someone sitting on it. The one sitting on the throne was as brilliant as gemstones, like jasper and carnelian. So it looks like it's God that we see here in Revelation 4 that we also saw in I believe in Daniel. And I think that he was also there in Ezekiel. So let's see. So we see these beasts with God. And the glow of an emerald circled his throne like a rainbow. 24 thrones surrounded him, and 24 elders sat on them. They were all clothed in white and had gold crowns on their heads. From the throne came flashes of lightning and the rumble of thunder. And in front of the throne were 7 torches with burning flames. This is the sevenfold Spirit of God. In front of the throne was a shiny sea of glass, sparkling like crystal. In the center and around the throne were 4 living beings. It's 4 again. Incredible. So I wonder why are there 4 in Daniel, and why do we see 4 here? So let's look at what the beings were, what the beasts were. Each covered with eyes, front and back. The first of these living beings was like a lion. We saw a lion in Daniel. The second one was like an ox. The third had a human face. So that sounds like to me what we saw happening in Ezekiel. And the fourth was like an eagle in flight. So I'm thinking we see an eagle happening again. But it's interesting because I'm also wondering, when we read Daniel, they mentioned about wings, a bird's wings, but they never said which bird. Each of these living beings had 6 wings, and their wings were covered all over with eyes. Inside and out, day after day, and night after night, they keep on saying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God, the Almighty, the one who always was, who is, and who is still to come." Now, when I did my research, I found out that these creatures were being symbolic. So this is where we need to find out a little bit more information. But they were also part of God's plan, and they conveyed some kind of spiritual truth. So I'm wondering what all these beasts mean. I'm going to do a little bit more research on those beasts and if they represent anything that is symbolic. But I just wanted to share with you, those are three different stories. It's amazing how when you're going through the Bible, you see in all the different books very similar things occurring. So when you get a chance, friends, I want you to take a look at that. I want you to look at Revelation 4. I want you to then take a look at Ezekiel. Let me go back to it. Sorry, friends, I lost my place. I believe it was, I want to say Ezekiel 4. And then we see again the beast in Daniel, going back to it, Daniel 7. So I want you to go ahead and take a look at those books and see how they are how they are similar. I want to thank everyone for joining me. If you liked what you heard, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and sharing this with someone. I'm going to be doing this every day starting at 7 o'clock. Usually I have a topic. Today we're going to call it a casual Friday where we actually get to dig into the Bible and see if there's any themes that are similar across the Bible. I want to thank everyone. I want to go ahead and end this out in a prayer. So I want us to go ahead and do the Serenity Prayer. Okay, ready? Trying to remember. I'm just going to pray that Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'd like to see, we had a lot of people on, so very happy, 42. Woo-hoo, we're getting better and better. So tomorrow we'll start again. But thank you for everything. I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday evening. If there's anything that interests you, any topics, if you would go ahead and let me know. I'm also going to have this recording available once I exit out under my profile. And if you would like to, there's two other things I wanted to tell you really quickly. I wrote a book called Hope in a Broken World, My Walk with Jesus. And this is available on Amazon as a Kindle and also in paperback. It's about basically all the miracles that I've had happen in my life. And the things that go along with the miracles is 2 Bible verses. Okay, so if you take a look right here, here I have a conversation about my rainbow baby. There's 2 Bible verses that go with that miracle. And then at the end, there is a prayer that goes with that miracle. Okay, so you could kind of think of it like as a devotional. Okay, but this is available. And if you like what you see, I have a Cash App on my profile to give to the ministry that I'm doing. So if you feel comfortable in doing that, you can. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I'm trying to aim for 1,000 followers. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting. All right, everyone, take care. All right, bye-bye.